Productions impact biodiversity through their supply chains. One of the biggest areas of impact actually is in the catering industry. If we're considerate about our culinary choices, then we really are having a very positive impact on biodiversity within the industry. There are some simple measures that you can introduce to your catering that Albert recommends. Agriculture is the main threat to 86% of species, so one of the key areas really is to reduce meat consumption. Around about 80% of all agriculture is dairy and meat, so that's one of the first areas I would try and tackle. With a good chef, it means that they're able to create meatless meals that crew actually enjoy, that have got flavour, that have got the protein that's needed. So one of the biggest issues is the fact that people want the protein because they've got long days and it's a long shift. So make sure you've got good chefs who can come up with creative meatless alternatives so that your crew are happy. That's a very important thing to do. I think it's not enough to just go for one meatless day. And again, if you've got good creative chefs, then that won't be a problem. I would recommend very much that you reduce biodiversity harming ingredients like palm oil and use good alternatives if you can do. Expensive palm oil is actually very good, but most caterers don't use that, so it's really good to kind of reduce that. I would also argue that things like water-intensive vegetables, actually like avocados, I don't think we should be using avocados. So be very careful about your choices of, if you're going to go down the vegetarian route, which I really highly recommend, think very carefully about the choices of the ingredients with your vegetarian meals. Include biodiversity policies within your procurement processes with your suppliers. It's essential that you set the benchmark high from the very beginning. By guiding them in that way and saying that biodiversity is really important to your production is a very good way of ensuring that they're on board. Use reusable cutlery and tableware. Simply switching from plastic to wooden and compostable cutlery does not actually have a positive impact on biodiversity. I would very much recommend getting a dining bus. The amount of money that is spent on compostables, which are thrown away, for an average production of say 100 people, you're looking at between £500 to £800 a week, which has effectively been thrown in the bin. If you have a dining bus over a 2-week or 10-week period, that more than pays for itself, and you're also having a positive impact on the planet. It's understandable that crew don't really make the connection between biodiversity and the food that they're eating. So it's a good way to educate people by producing menus which are biodiversity friendly. It helps them to understand that you don't have to eat meat all the time. You don't have to have water-intensive vegetables. You can get local vegetables which are nutritious and tasty and are sustainable. Over 25% of all animal and plant species are under threat. By making these small changes on location and on set, we can help to reduce that risk. Find out more information on wearealbert.org. Thank you.